Hello ladies and gentlemen, Mr. JK here, and welcome back to another video. And today's video is the Fat File's biggest troll in the food industry, Taco Bell. Now this isn't the first restaurant themed episode he's done. There's also been the Chick-fil-A episode, and I think Starbucks, well, if you want to call that a restaurant. But yeah, I'm interested to see what's going on with Taco Bell. I had many a Taco Bell in my timeline, though I think everybody in America, or at least outside of America that has had it before, so I'm not really breaking news there. Anyways, enough of me rambling. Time to get into the video in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is gonna be one of those times where you're like, man, I feel like I knew that. It just never really dawned on me until now. Today we're talking about Taco Bell, probably the biggest troll in the restaurant industry. Buh! That's not true. Have you read Wendy's Twitter? It's hilarious. Buh!
What?
Yeah, we know. Wendy's has a funny Twitter where they...
Okay. Okay. Ah, that's funny. A refund. Yo, I love these. Let's hear. Like, when the tweets are as broken as the ice cream machine. Let's see your McDonald's Black Friday neat copy and link. No, when the tweets are as broken as the ice cream machine. Let's see here. We got Velveeta. How are you a verified account when you're not even verified? Cheese. Let's see here. What should I get at Burger King? Wendy's. A refund. That's true though. I mean, Burger King can hit. It's a hit and miss in some cases, but it's like more misses than hits in some cases. I used to have Burger King when I was little. I thought they were great, but it's like always wanted them over McDonald's. But it's like nowadays I'm a grown adult. I'm like, yeah, I think I kind of honestly I would prefer Wendy's over both of them. In my opinion, I think Wendy's is much better. But also we have must have scraped up all of BK's leftovers and slap Mick price tag on it. Wendy's, I see that McDonald's is coming up with spicy nuggets. What are your feelings? Okay, yeah. Yo, whoever's running that account is a roast master.
They clap back at people in the comment section. Okay, what I need you to understand is that Taco Bell has been out here actively trolling entire government agencies, and they've been doing it since back in the 90s before the internet made that shit easy.
Dude. Oh, I'm even more interested now. What the fuck did they do?
They're quite literally one of, if not the only pioneer of meme-style marketing. And we're gonna get into it right after word from our sponsor.
Actually, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Because if you think about it, something that's kind of like something that's effectively used in almost every single video with like as far as I've seen like gameplay videos, like Roblox videos and stuff like that. Every single time someone gets hit or clapped in it, every single time, including in game videos, you'll often hear the Taco Bell bong sound every single time somebody got clapped. So I guess you could say that in itself became a new meme. I have no clue where I was going with that either.
This video is brought to you by Sheath. Okay, look, I'm not gonna overcomplicate this. It's underwear with a pocket inside so you can stick your junk in it so your balls aren't stuck to your thigh. Okay, I've got this piece of paper with this page of all this shit I'm supposed to read. Like, oh, they have all these fancy new designs. Like, yeah, that's cool. They're also the official underwear of the UFC. Like, great. Okay, but look, here's the truth. You know who doesn't really need underwear to keep balls from sticking to their thigh? World-class athletes with six packs. Okay, you wanna know who does need this underwear? Bigger dudes that have been told at every doctor's appointment since they were like 11 that they needed to lose weight, and they just so happen to sweat anytime the temperature gets above 72, okay?
If you know, you know.
Don't fucking look at me and I won't look at you, all right? And you wanna know the best part about this underwear? You can buy a pair, try it out. Worst case scenario, you're like, you know what? Turns out I actually do enjoy my balls sticking to my thigh. You can just not stick your junk in the pocket, and then boom, you've got a normal pair of underwear that feels the exact same, except now you've got a secret pocket that you can, like, I don't know, hide stuff in if you wanted to.
Oh, and you can put your weed in there.
So yeah, you absolutely need to try some Sheath underwear. You literally have nothing to lose. The worst case scenario is that you bought some underwear. The best case scenario is that you never have your balls stuck to your thigh ever again. I'm gonna have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. Our story begins in 1948 with a young man by the name of Glenn Bell. See what they did there, Glenn?
Oh boy.
Bell, Taco Bell. Anyways, moving on. Glenn Bell has just returned home from serving his country as a
Oh, this dude was a Marine. That's even funnier. That explains a lot.
Nice.
cook in the United States Marine Corps. Okay, right out of the gate, things are already starting to add up.
Yeah. The moment you said Marine and Taco Bell, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense now. That makes so much sense now. Well, all the antics the Marines do all the time, the fact that this guy was greater than Taco Bell, I'm assuming he is. Well, I'm pretty sure he is because he just told us, duh.
Well, duh.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's starting to add up. The moment I saw Marine, I was like, oh, I already know where this story's going. You got Fitz got a thing for it. Okay.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. You don't call up the Marines unless you want something dead, broken, or pregnant. And I've known that Taco Bell was military food all along. But Glenn didn't start off by selling Mexican food right out of the gate. He actually opened up a hot dog stand in San Bernardino, California, known as Glenn's Drive-In. And things go absolutely awesome. They go so awesome that after a couple of years, he opens up a second location and expands into not only selling hot dogs, but also selling hamburgers. But then another restaurant comes into San Bernardino, California, and they're also just trying to sell a bunch of hamburgers, a little company called McDonald's. So Glenn decides, you know what, I'm not going to try to out hamburger McDonald's. I'm going to go ahead and make a slight alteration to my menu. I'm not going to sell hot dogs and hamburgers anymore. I'm going to start selling tacos. And my favorite little fun fact about this is that Taco Bell's taco sauce is actually Glenn Bell's original recipe for the chili in his chili dog.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
That's it. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God!
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, did you guys know that tacos are just Mexican hot dogs?
Services for emergencies only?
Yeah, I know, but hear me out. This explains why Taco Bell's original slogan was always think outside the bun.
Oh, but then didn't they change it to think outside the box? Was it always think, or am I misremembering it? Was it always called think outside the bun? My mind is blown.
Holy
She is suffering from the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen!
Sorry, I got really distracted. Anyways, he goes from selling hot dogs and hamburgers, changes the name of his restaurant to Taco Tia, and now he starts selling tacos out of a drive-thru window. And his entire strategy is volume. He wants to sell as many tacos as possible, as cheaply as possible. He ends up selling tacos for 19 cents a piece, and the reason he's able to do that is he just streamlines the entire making or assembly process of a taco. And the way he does that is he pretty much exclusively utilizes hard shells. That way, the tacos are just easier to make and the shells are always ready. And to some degree, he's kind of credited with inventing the hard shell taco, which probably isn't true, but
yeah, I doubt he is.
Definitely the reason that they became so popular. And if you think that sounds crazy, it's absolutely not. You got to remember, this is like the 1950s. A lot of people in America that weren't near the southern border had never even heard of a taco, let alone had one. For a lot of people at this point in time, the first time they actually had Mexican food was at a Taco Bell once they started expanding. But regardless, the point is Glenn Bell has officially just become the Henry Ford of tacos, okay?
Yep.
Just mass production. And to nobody's surprise, that goes great. He grows Taco Tia into multiple locations, ends up selling the entire brand off to another company, starts his own company to grow it again. This one is called El Taco. Does the same thing all over again, grows a company, sells it off. This time he wants to do it a fourth time, but he wants to make it a franchise company and he wants to run the entire thing. So he needs some capital. He partners up with 4 players from the NFL's LA Rams, and they end up starting the very first Taco Bell in 1962. And absolutely nobody's surprised, they totally crush it. I mean, they're selling 19-cent tacos to Americans. It's basically a layup. In the NBA, though.
Yeah.
Long pass, perfect to Reese. Well, again, no Brian Reese. To go. Angel physical game. Kennedy, Carter.
Bruh. Oh my God, go in!
Anyways, within 5 years of being in business, they're doing so well that by 1967, other successful fast food franchises are looking to cut in to this fast food Mexican niche. So Pizza Hut actually starts their own restaurant called Taco Boy, ends up being a huge failure. They cannot out-taco the Bell. Okay, fast forward.
Yo, that should have been the thing. Dude, I bet you they did too. I bet you they said that exact thing at some point. Someone has to have made that joke.
For 10 more years, they crush it the entire time. And then in 1978, they actually do end up getting bought out by a larger company, Pepsi.
Really?
Okay, and this is the most important part of the story because this is where shit gets completely out of hand, okay? Pepsi also bought a bunch of other restaurants right around the same time, like KFC and Pizza Hut. But Pepsi wasn't out there buying all these restaurants because they were trying to make money off of the restaurant, right? They didn't think they could sell tacos better than Taco Bell. They didn't think they could sell pizza better than Pizza Hut. They bought them so that they could beat Coke. What? You see, because at this point in time, Coca-Cola is number one.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not even close. Everybody prefers Coke, and Coke is in every restaurant in America. And Pepsi realizes that they need to be able to get their soda into restaurants so that people are forced to try it.
Here comes your airplane. There you go.
Okay.
Open into the hangar. There you go. Yeah, eat it. Put it in your mouth, but just eat it.
God, I hate it.
And at this point, pretty much no restaurants in America are going to willingly carry Pepsi products because everybody wants Coke and they don't want to have to tell every customer, is Pepsi okay? So in PepsiCo's mind, in a complete just gangster big dick move, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to force restaurants to carry Pepsi. We're going to buy out entire restaurant chains and then force them to carry Pepsi products, which is going to force the customer to drink Pepsi. And then we're going to get a following. And why this is important to Taco Bell's story is because the new owner of Taco Bell doesn't really give a shit about tacos. Okay, new mission is not to sell good quality Mexican food at a fair price. No, the new mission is get as many motherfuckers through the door as possible and force them to try Pepsi.
Dude. Dude, the fuck?
And at this point, Taco Bell, aka the restaurant founded by a Marine, is like, I'm gonna do dumb shit and troll everybody.
You're goddamn right.
Which, to be fair, is a really reasonable reaction when your entire company basically gets turned into a front to waterboard
for fucking Pepsi.
People with Pepsi. Okay, we're just gonna take the shenanigans from the top, okay? In 1992, Taco Bell hired Johnny Cash to be their spokesperson, right? And I know what you're thinking. Why is that funny? Johnny Cash is awesome. Seems like a great spokesperson. A, I completely agree. But B, it's funny because he's the guy that got famous for singing The Ring of Fire. Okay, moving right along, the very next year,
I caught the joke. It's borderline dad joke for me, but I'm pretty sure someone might have found that funny. So this last stretch for you. There you go. Hope you're happy.
1993, Demolition Man the movie comes out. Okay, for those of you that are not
oh yeah, and then they had like Taco Bell like shit around the area.
Familiar with this cinematic masterpiece, here's the entire plot line. We're gonna take Rocky, we're gonna put him inside of a popsicle, and then we're gonna thaw him out like 100 years in the future so that he can fight Blade with blonde hair. So Taco Bell jumps in and they're like, you know what? Make us every single restaurant in the future. During the story
oh yeah, that's right.
line of this movie, have a little offshoot where you pepper every restaurant.
Every restaurant fucking Taco Bell
in the world is now Taco Bell because there was restaurant wars and Taco Bell fucking won.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, I forgot about that fucking plot line to this movie. Oh my god, that brought back memories.
Okay, the longer this story goes on, the more sense it makes that it was founded by a Marine. By the time 1996 rolls around, they decide they're not going to just troll their customers. They're going to start trolling everybody, including the United States government. So what they did on April Fools in 1996 is they took out a full-page ad in the 7 biggest newspapers in America claiming that Taco Bell had reached an agreement with the U.S. government to purchase the fucking Liberty Bell and that they were renaming it the Taco Liberty Bell instead.
Do you regret what you did? Nah. Would you do it again? Sure, why not?
Now,
that is hilarious.
bear in mind, this is 1996. Public outcry is still moving pretty slow. There's no Twitter, there's no social medias where people can just immediately...
Yeah, it's a fucking joke, you butts.
be a reactionary at the drop of a hat. No, if you want to be upset about something, you've got to write a letter or you've got to go get a phone book, track down somebody's phone number, and call them. There was so much public outcry that by noon of April Fool's, the Philadelphia branch of the National Park Service had to have an emergency press conference and tell everybody that it was just a joke and that they didn't.
Oh my God.
Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Yo, this is funny as shit.
Sell the Liberty Bell to a taco company. Also worth noting, because it's funny, the White House press secretary at the time, when he was asked about this joke, decided to be a complete smartass and respond by saying, and I quote, "The federal government is also selling the Lincoln Memorial to Ford Motor Company and renaming it the Lincoln Mercury Memorial." And my personal favorite, in 2001, the Russian/Soviet space station Mir was going to collide back to Earth. Okay, this is like the last remaining symbol of Soviet space travel success, and it is going to fall into the ocean.
It's got to be his big break. We've got to fuck with him.
So Taco Bell is like, fuck it, we're going to get a giant inflatable target and stick it in that part of the ocean with a big-ass bullseye that says free tacos here. And if the Russian... can manage to hit this fucking target with their space station, we're gonna give free tacos to everybody in America. Okay, this is why Pepsi's my favorite soda brand. Do I like the taste? No, but I just like how much they hate the USSR.
Dude, that's funny as shit. Now that adds more context to this. Yeah, I was hating them before, but it's like, nah, I like these guys. Nah, never mind, I like you guys.
Okay, for those of you a little fuzzy on the timeline, the USSR disbanded in 1991, right? 6 years later, in 1997, Pizza Hut, the other restaurant owned by Pepsi, gets Mikhail Gorbachev, the former leader of the USSR, to appear in a Pizza Hut commercial to send the very clear, very loud message of communism can't out Pizza the Hut. And now, 4 years after... After that, the Mir space station, the last remaining symbol of Soviet success at literally anything, is about to fall out of orbit and collide with the planet, and a taco company is putting a giant target in outer space, offering free tacos to the entire country that beat them in the Cold War if they manage to hit this target with any remnants of this Soviet space station. Not only is this going to maximize the amount of people watching with anticipation as one of the last living memories of the Soviet Union dies, it's also one giant last middle finger letting them know, hey, we have complete confidence that you guys always miss. Which is exactly what happened. The Soviet space station did not hit the target, probably because it wasn't at point blank facing the wall, and Taco Bell did not have to buy everyone in America a taco. So Taco Bell is just god tier level shit.
Yeah, it is like god tier shit talking, bro. It's like the omega level shit talk.
Talking and trolling, but on top of that, they also have brilliant marketing ideas. My personal favorite and most infuriating, mostly because it didn't stick around, was in 2017, Taco Bell collaborated with Lyft to have a taco mode inside of their app. And what taco mode was is that when you got picked up by your Lyft driver, they would then immediately take you to the closest Taco Bell drive-thru, let you get food, and then take you home from the bar.
Wow.
Okay, I don't know how this feature didn't stick around longer. Maybe I'm in the minority, apparently, but this is exactly what I want, okay?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Dude, I don't know why they got rid of that. That is awesome. Like, imagine you just going home and it's like, you gotta catch a Lyft or something, or a Lyft or Uber, and they make this thing where it's like, hey, you want to do I don't even know what to call it, but like a drive-through thing where you can like just press it along with catching a ride, and like it'll give you the option like, hey, you want to do this thing where I can like take you to wherever fast food joint nearby to before you
could do
go home. Like, that'd be awesome. That would have been awesome.
spent my entire childhood getting told don't talk to strangers. As a grown-ass adult, there's nothing I want more in my life than to be able to summon a stranger with my cell phone and have them take me to Taco Bell before dropping my drunk ass off at home. And you know what? I'm gonna order all the ridiculous shit they've had on the menu over the years, because remember, they're only there to push Pepsi products. They don't care about having good quality Mexican food, and that's why they've essentially turned their entire menu into a circus show. I love it. The entire menu is just like the shit that you would talk about with your buddies when you were like drunk or high. Like,
Nice.
bro, you know what would sound good if we made a quesadilla and then turned that quesadilla into the shell for a burrito? We'll call it the quesarito. Oh man, this crunch wrap sure is good. You know what would make it better? If we replaced the hard shell tortilla on the inside with a giant fucking Cheez-It. And you know what? While we're at it, we might as well make the hard shell tacos shell a giant
Dorito.
Why not? So yeah, in conclusion, that is the story of Taco Bell. That time that a Marine came home from World War II, started a Mexican hot dog restaurant that somehow perfected the art of shit-talking, trolling, and creating weird menu items, all on its quest to force people to drink Pepsi. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang, out.
Dude, funniest shit ever.
You know, for once, I know this video is super unhinged, but I feel like it's not my fault this time.
Yeah. Kinda. Anyways, yeah. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.